Hello and welcome to part 3 of my FIFA 18 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we're going to carry on with the starter objectives, finish off a few more of those. We'll have another look at the squad builder challenge, but we haven't really got a significant bulk more of players since the last time we tried that, so we might have to leave them for now because we don't want to be spending money on them necessarily until we know we're going to get the kind of return that we want. But what we can do is sort out these squad builders. So can we just use the same name we used last year? I don't want it to be LOL. LOL is stupid. Will be LFC. lollujo FC, of course. So confirm club name. Yes, I'm happy with it, and give me whatever you give me for it. And then we're going to get back into doing some. We'll do another online game, maybe 2. Who knows? There you go. We get a state. Oh wow, a stadium. Just what we wanted. Can we sell some of this stuff, or is it all untradeable? Right. Get back into this. So we're going to change our formation. We're actually going to tweak it anyway, potentially. Oh, it's done it anyway. Did that unlock anyway? No. Oh, that was take your positions. Oh, to arrange, get people into the right positions in the squad. So we will change the formation. Then we'll probably change it back again, because I think we're going to put our new lone player Silver on the right hand side of midfield, and maybe take Delph out of the side. But for now, we'll just do that to get the thing, and then we'll go back to that, which is what we were before. Go back to our objectives and take that reward. Kev likes a reward. Oh, a player fitness card. A plus 60. When are you ever going to be in a situation where you need a plus 60 player fitness card? We do need to use a player fitness card now, though. So have we got anyone who actually needs one? Not really. Let's just... I mean, I know it's a little bit of a waste using it, but I want the points. So if we take... What have we got? A really cheap... There you go. We'll just stick that on him. I know we don't really need to, but I want to get the challenges done. I wouldn't normally do that on a player who's 93. And then we need to play a single player match. So, oh, have we got another loan pack? The last loan pack worked out well, so we got David Silva from Man City. We want another good Premier League player then, because we're building our Premier League squad, or La Liga, and we'll start a La Liga squad to go with what's his face, Suarez, but we get one from Germany. I mean, he's a cam. We like a cam. We're gonna have to do a hybrid team at some point, I think. Now we've got him and Suarez just sort of knocking around, not really part of the squad. Oh, is it? Oh no, I thought it had given us the... because we have played a single player match. Hold on, we'll take that reward as well. Take some coins. And I guess we'll just play another seasons game. Do we want to do a world tour? I don't care. We're not going to play this whole season. Is it really going to be a game on amateur? Right, I'll edit this one down. We're not going to watch a whole game on amateur. But we'll we'll just play the game just to get the reward. And let's get Silver into the team. Actually, no, we're not going to waste Silver in this team because he's only on loan for 7 games. What we will do is get Delph into the side. And we're just going to put those 2 loanees down here so I remember that we've got them. Not that I'm likely to forget that we've got 2 really, really good players. But, you know, you've met me, presumably. You know what I'm like by now. You know it's possible. Why doesn't it just reset this every time you go to use it? Right, so Silver can go on the bench, as can Forsberg. And then we just remember that at some point we need to put a hybrid team together. If you've got any suggestions for hybrid teams that we can put together that include Suarez, Silva and Forsberg, plus in the catalogue there's the likes of Donnarumma, I know is in there, there's a few others as well. Why has our chemistry gone down to 92? When I built this team it was a chemistry of 100. What's gone wrong? Can anyone see where this has gone wrong? Because when this first was... we're on the wrong formation. That's how it's gone wrong. There we go. Much better. So, yeah. If we can perhaps take a couple of extra players from the catalogue and use some of the other loanees that we've got. I'm not averse to doing a team that's full of loan players as a bit of a hybrid team, as long as we can get the right level of Yeah, chemistry is what I'm trying to say. Right, I'm gonna stop talking for a minute because I'm gonna edit this down and just show you the goals afterwards. I would do live commentary and then talk about them, but I won't be able to edit myself down then because I'll just talk constantly. So we'll be back in a moment. Watch some highlights. Well, I think it's fair to say Wilfred Bonney's a bit good. 5 goals in that game. There you go. Look. Have a man of the match award. 9 shots, 5 goals. I mean, really. Goals to shot ratio could have done with a little bit of improvement. But nice little run out. It gets a 10 out of 10. We get a big pile of coins for playing an offline match. And what it should do is allow us... Yeah, we don't care about this little world. We're never going to play in that offline thing again unless it forces us to, or we're trying to generate some fitness or something. But what we can now get is that reward, which is a silver contracts pack. That's going to come in handy as we get a little bit. Well, that is going to come in handy. That's awesome. And then we should also get an overall reward for finishing the next batch of starter achievements, which gets us a silver reward pack. Let's see what's in our silver reward pack. Let it be something good. We want something good in here. It's not going to be good. It's only, believe it or not, a silver card, and it's not a very good one. Fingers crossed it'll be tradable, or at the very least be useful for the squad builder challenges that we still need to push on with and have a go at. So we've now got new daily objectives. We could buy a defender. Victorious squad battling. We played a squad battles game. We won't worry about any of that. What we will do is just have a look, see what the next level of this stuff is. So improve chemistry. So we have to improve the chemistry. I mean, our chemistry is already good. The fact that our chemistry is already 100, does that tick that off for us? Good. I think. No. I don't know. We'll worry about that one next week. Oh, there's a Team of the Week challenge as well. Excellent. We'll next episode, we'll have another look at those starter challenges again. What we are going to do before we go today is play another online game. After how successful it was last time, I am interested to see if it was just a fluke because of who we were playing, or if I'm actually better at this online like than I thought I was before. What I do want to do is get silver into the team so we can edit the lineup. There you go. Now we've got the improved chemistry thing as ticked off. Fitness is a little bit of a problem. We're probably going to need to get a cheap backup squad for situations like this where we need to fiddle with fitness a little bit. Can we bring him in and not wreck chemistry completely? I mean, I can live with 98 and have silver on the right hand side of our midfield there. I think that's a price I'm willing to pay. So we'll make that change, get into the game. I do need to make an apology as well. I just realised in the settings on my computer, the first half of this episode and the whole of the last episode, part 2 of this series, was all done in 30 frames per second for some reason. I don't know why. I've put it back up to 60 now. If it was troubling you, hopefully it should stop troubling you now. And going forward, I'll stick a post-it note to my monitor to remind me to change it up to 60 frames a second. Right, hopefully we're going to play against somebody who's not very good. They've had their Ultimate Team longer than I've had mine. Oh, they've got the shiny new Xbox kit that I got this morning. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that Xbox kit. I might have to swap that round to be one of my kits. And, I mean, they've got Dwight Gale up front. Any team that's got Dwight Gale up front is a good team as far as I'm concerned. I'm not sure how I feel about the three-man defence, though. I think that's probably exploitable. I mean, they've got a decent Premier League squad. Probably slightly better than ours, although we've got more star quality in the shape of Mata. It depends how good they are. Team-wise, I think we could take them, But obviously, if they're a good player, they'll absolutely batter me. It's going to all come down to our ability rather than how good we are. How good we are at picking a team in game. And my monitor just blanked off, which is a bit of a problem. But now it's come back on. Excellent. Did I concede a goal while that happened? I hope not. Right. Oh, everything's just suddenly got bigger. I switched over to the other monitor midway through an online game. That was probably a really bad idea. And now we're already 1-0 down. I mean, it's a bit of a soft goal, and it all comes... Oh, it's Dwight Gale as well. It all comes from me messing around with my monitor. Why? It just sort of... It glitched, so I had to bang the settings and switch over to the other one quickly. Oh, well. Is that even a Gale goal, or is that an own goal from us? What's it gone down as? An own goal. Funes Mori was so good for us in our first online game. But remember, we did go down 1-0 last time we played online, and then we came back. So, fingers crossed, we'll follow a similar pattern today, and we'll come back. Right, let's see how good Silver is. Oh my goodness, he is brisk. That is a quick player. Holy smokes. Right, because I didn't realise just how quick he was going to be, we actually got too close to goal. I didn't have to. He was too quick for me to react. But wow, what a fast player. Let's sign him permanently. How much is it going to cost to sign a David Silva? Probably too much. But I like how quickly. I mean, he just flew past a man there. If I'd have been ready for how quick he was, they'd have stood no chance. They've hit the post. We need to sort ourselves out in this game, or we're going to lose, and we're going to lose fairly badly. Right, El Neni. Bonnie's sort of in a position we could try and... Right, let's see if we can beat a man with Welbeck. We can. Can he beat another man? He can. Weird choice to put it out to Davis. But the cross comes over, and the cross... I was aiming for Bonnie with the cross, and it goes to the wrong man. And that should have really been a goal there, and we've wasted that a little bit. And that's a poor interception as well. That's two pretty poor pieces of play. I mean, really, we've not settled into this game at all. I don't know if they're just throwing me off my game or if I'm just being a little bit rubbish in this match, because nothing I'm doing seems to be working out the way I want it to. They're playing in a very similar style to me as well. Just rush and get shots in, which there's a reason I play this way, because it works for me anyway. When you're not very good, the best thing to do, have as many shots as you can, because then some of them will go in sometimes. I thought I could exploit a five-man defence because they wouldn't have many people going forward. They are just camped out in our half. Exploit my eye. Right, let's just lump it into their half just to get it in their half for a little while. Can Bonnie chase that? Probably not. It's going to go out of play. I mean, it's a really poor kick. It went a long way, but was totally useless. Right, let's get some tackles in. They're much better at dribbling than I am, these people. So that's proving to be a bit of a problem already. Right, Mata in decent space. Oh, Mata was fouled. I was trying to go for the 1-2 with Mata and they brought him down. Clearly aware of what I was trying to do. And have we got anyone who can strike a free kick? Probably not from that range. That's too far away, surely. We're just going to try and just pass it into him. Oh, why is that Christensen? And why is our centre-back wearing the number 7? At least we've equalised, but I'm really quite distraught that all our numbers have changed. They weren't wearing these numbers in the last game. I'm sure I would have noticed before now that we had a defender wearing the number 7. Because that really is making me quite angry. I want to sell him now. Does anyone want to buy Christensen? I know he's our best defender, but I'm not having a number 7 on a defender. It's just stupid. It's like a number 2 on a goalkeeper. And I won't allow that either. Right, let's not just concede a goal again straight away, please. Thank you. Right, build nice and slowly. Where is Silva? Is that him? I want to use it. I mean, look at that for a first touch. That's just silly. There was no way even he was going to get there. He's just very fast and knows it clearly. Oh, he didn't win the ball there though, did he? Mata tried to just... I tried to just touch it around that guy with Mata, knowing that Silva would get there, but it switched over to him a little bit too slowly. He wasn't sprinting when I got to him, and oh, that's quite a good goal from them. I'll let them have that. We missed our header, and they made us pay. Yeah, all right. You scored a goal. Well done. Psh, not happy about it. So the cross came over. We really should have made the header, but again, it's Christensen with that number 7 shirt. Just not defending properly because he looks at the back of his shirt and thinks, oh, I'm clearly a right winger. I don't need to worry about winning my headers when the cross comes in. One of the centre-backs will handle this. And then, of course, they don't. And then we've got a right back with a number 4, a left back with a number 4 on. I mean, this is all wrong. I don't care for any of it. Right, Silva's not actually... I'm trying to be overly reliant on his pace. I need to actually remember to try and use a little bit of finesse to go past people as well, and not just run past them, because running past them doesn't seem to be working so much. Ramsey was not wearing the number 11 in the last game. Mata was. Why are our numbers changing? Is that something that happens? Is this all because Silva arrived? Everyone else's numbers have changed. Wasn't he like number 20 something? Or is that what Matt has gone to now? Right. So Silva's 23. So why did everyone else's numbers need to change to accommodate him? Oh, that ball should have just slipped through and then it would have been 2-2. But it was not to be. And I think we've met our match in this game. This guy is better than I am at FIFA. And we're now 3-1 down. Shipton FC 3, lollujo FC 1. And this is a lot more like what I was expecting. He's clearly a better player than me. And I just hope it doesn't get too embarrassing. We have already scored 9 goals on this episode though. So let's make sure we consider today's video on an aggregate basis. But... right, let's just try and stay competitive. Every time they score a couple of goals, we'll try and grab one. And we'll try and find a way to not embarrass ourselves. Oh, I don't like Silva. I've decided he's too quick, he's too lightweight on the ball, he's muscled off it too much. I actually prefer Delph in that position. Or Ramsey was on that side before, wasn't he? But I guess I'm playing him out of position. What can I expect? I won't be playing him there again. We'll save him for this hybrid team that I've asked you about, that will have wingers. It'll probably be a 4-2-3-1 to fit all these players in, with Suarez up front, Silva right wing, and that other guy whose name escapes me. The Cam. Oh, mind you, we've got Mata as well. We'll have to stick one of them on the left, unless we just don't put Mata in our hybrid team, which I can live with. Is that a good save or a bad miss? Bad miss. There you go, the game is opening back up for us now. If we can grab a goal back before half-time, it's not all over. But obviously if they score again, it really, really is. And my inability to tackle on this new dribbling system is really causing a problem. And they're just dancing around me because the dribbling is better. I really enjoy the dribbling now. It's much better. But I'm really, really struggling to defend on FIFA 18 so far, as you're seeing, with the fact that if a player figures out that they can just run past me and I won't get the tackle. I mean, he tried to save that with his face. If he'd just used one of the hands that went past the ball, that would have still been 3-1. It is all over now. What I need to do is use this as some defending practice and learn how to tackle. Oh, that was poor. I might bring Delph on again. Have him as my super sub in every game. He's probably wondering what he has to do to start a football match, as he turned the last game and then we dropped him and now we're losing again. And the only difference between the team that was so successful in the last game and see, I can't tackle. Why did I even try and slide? They're just all over me. Oh, this is horrible. This is what you warned me about. You all warned me that this could happen to me if I venture into online now, because nobody's had a chance to storm up through the divisions yet. We've all only got a 10-hour trial, and everyone starts in Division 10. So there's no knowing how good a player you're going to come up against. You can come up against someone like we did in the last episode, where I can beat them, or we come up against someone like this, who's probably a much higher division player, who's just spanking my backside and putting me in my place. I mean, look at the state of that. We've had one shot and scored one goal, which isn't bad. I mean, I'm quite impressed with that as a ratio. What we need to do is try and create more than one shot in a half, though, because we're drifting back into FIFA 17 Kev territory, and that's not territory anyone wants to be a part of. We need to remember that we know how to score goals now, but the finishing that we can now do is only useful if we create the chances in the first place, and at the moment we're just not even winning the ball back. We actually did a defending there, which is progress, but now we also need to figure out how to attack, and we just can't get through. I mean, their flat back five is just, I can't believe I said it was exploitable. We cannot get past it. We've got 3 men trying to get past 5 men. And it's just absolutely impossible. And they're not missing the extra man in attack at all. Because they're just dancing through the gaps. We've got a flat back 4. They've got a front 3 with wing backs coming round them. It's unplayable. Perhaps we need to do a 5 or 3-4-3 or whatever you'd call this. The trendy Premier League formation at the moment, thanks to Chelsea. Right, here we go. We'll grab a goal here. We won't even get a shot. Oh, I'm trying to sort of tippy-tap it through because it's all I know how to do. It's either that or charge down the wing, and we don't have the fullbacks to charge down the wing at the moment, which I acknowledge you all told me about. And I think in the next episode, now we've generated a few more coins again, we need to buy 1 or 2 players. So let me know in the comments what positions we need to buy in. Do we just go out and buy a couple of decent fullbacks? And if so, who? We want quick Premier League fullbacks who we can get for like 3,000 or 4,000 coins each. 1 on each side. I think in my last year's team, I had Alonso and Moses. I think I just took both of them and converted them into right backs rather than wing backs. And they were really, really effective. Do I go down that route again? Or presumably they're going to cost a lot more at the moment. Because obviously we're in a different world now to where we were last year when you could get Alonso and Moses reasonably cheap at this time. Oh, I mean, there's just too many defenders around me. Every time I get the ball in their half, I need to be able to dribble and break through lines, and I can't do it. Right, Bonnie is through, but there's so many defenders around him that I just don't know what to do. Let's try and get a shot away, and I think I knocked someone out. That blasted into somebody's face, but apparently they just shrugged it off. Totally no-sold it. And are we going to get a shot away here? Oh, we are, but it's pathetically weak. And, yeah, he is a handful for defenders. Thanks for pointing that out to me. Oh, we've got another corner. Right, let's see if we can make something of this. We cannot. But we get the chance to get a cross back in again. And we actually get a shot on target. And it's Silva. Hurrah! Oh, this is soul destroying at the moment. I just want it to be over. Won't somebody save me from what's happening now? We cannot tackle, and they can just slice through us. Hot knife through butter. That's what's happening at the moment, and it's really upsetting to see Dwight Gale making my life miserable, because for that one glorious year, he made my life so very happy. I'm talking about when he was at Posh. For those of you who don't know that I'm a Posh fan, or that he used to play for Posh, but now he's undoing all that good work from 5 years ago, wherever it was. Oh, they're making a substitution, but they're bringing Mkhitaryan on. I mean, that's not helping us, is it? Take off the Ox, bring on Mkhitaryan. I think they're probably better off now. Right. Can we create any chances? I don't know how we went back and got that equaliser early on. We actually looked like it might be a fairly even game for a minute there. But as soon as they figured out they could do what they're doing now and just drift past my players and I can't tackle. Hey, made a tackle. Thought it was a penalty. Apparently it wasn't. Right. We need to get the ball to Silva and just get him running with the ball. Oh, are they rage quitting? Do I get the win if they rage quit? I could live with that. Right, there is Silva, but alas, not with the ball because he just kicked it forward. We're playing David Silva as a ball-winning midfielder at the moment, basically, because of my inability to put a decent side together. The one saving grace is I'm absolutely certain that this guy has spent money on the game, because he's got too many top Premier League stars too early on for this to be a team that he's not like thrown a load of FIFA points at. So I can handle this. I can, he says, shaking. No, I mean, we know we've built this team without spending a penny. We know this guy has spent money, because you don't get this group of players, especially with the likes of Mkhitaryan just sat on the bench at this stage of the game, because at the most he could have played like 9.5 hours, but then he wouldn't still be in Division 10 because he's quite good. So he's still in Division 10, so he's on like his 3rd or 4th game, and he's got all these players, so he's spent money on it. It's fine. You're allowed to spend money on it, but just Don't expect me to beat people who do yet. We'll catch up with them eventually. We'll sign some big stars. But at the moment, dirty. Right. Silver does beat a man finally, but can't beat the second one. Perhaps we should have got him into a more attacking position a little bit earlier into the game than now that I'm thinking of it. I'm not going to make... Oh, did I just agree to make a substitution? We're going to take off Bonnie and bring on Bradley Wright Phillips. Now they're quaking in their boots. See, they can bring on Mkhitaryan and I've got Bradley Wright Phillips, who I didn't even realise was still playing. I haven't heard anything from him since he was at Plymouth like 10 years ago. Presumably he went on and played for someone else after Plymouth. But he'll grab a goal now because I mocked him. Right, Mata, no. Silver, 2 Wright Phillips, who is pretty quick. I'll give him that. Oh, I mean, there's 2 men on every time we get an attacker into their half. They've got 2 men surrounding them. We don't really stand much of a chance. That is a nice tackle from Aaron Ramsey. Perhaps we just need to slide tackle everything at all times. I mean, I can't see how that can end badly. But look, I tried to stay on my feet and they just spin me constantly. Spin me. I can't. I don't know how. I don't know how you do it. How do you stop people doing what he's just done? That was just mean. They're picking on me now. I don't know how you stop people just drifting past you like that. We identified last year that I needed to learn to shoot. I've gone away and done that. Now I need to learn how to stop people just dancing past me. Or maybe learn to do it myself, because that's the other thing. I'm not able to do what these teams do to me. And I don't think it's just because they know how to tackle. I can't do these little mazy dribbles that they do either. Right. Here we go. Ramsey. Can he slot it through to Welbeck? He cannot. So while they're just dancing past me to get their chances, I'm having to try and pass my way through. And with 5 defenders, I just intercepted. I mean, that's best not ever talked about again. If you had any doubts about whether I was really as bad as I keep saying I am, I've just assuaged your doubts with that performance. That was hideous. But how much coinage do we have to spend? Because this is the big feedback we want today. So we've got 8,500 coins to spend. How do we fix our team? Oh, and of course we've got... have we met an objective? I like to meet an objective. What objective did we meet? Improving chemistry. We'll have that then. We like a reward. And we get some more contracts. Contracts are always handy. Thank you very much. So we'll pick up where we've left off on the next video. Trying to find our way out of Division 10, stumbling around. I'm not holding up any hope of getting out of there first time of asking after that performance, but you never know. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more, and thank you very much for watching.